What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TTT. Today we're going to be talking about Bat Boy. Now, Bat Boy is an action-adventure platformer published by X Plus Games, developed by X Plus and Sonze Games. Initially, it was launched as a Kickstarter last year in July. They were looking to raise 3.5 million yen. They hit it out of the park. They got 3.8 million yen, fully funded. The game launched on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch on May 25th of this year. Now, I received a review copy of the game, so please be aware of that. Now, if you like what you see, the game's going to run you $14.99 on all the platforms and Steam. Now, as you can see from the game, it looks very much like an NES 8-bit era type of game, and it plays very much like a game from that era. You're doing platforming, you're doing some attacking of enemies. You can hit enemies, they cause them to roll. You can use this to roll into other enemies, and if you do that, you can get gems. Now, initially, you start off with 3 health points, and let me tell you, you're going to need every single one of them, because the game does get a little bit tough. It's almost NES tough at some points of the game. Luckily, there are some secrets in the game. You can find seeds, both red and green, as well as golden seeds, which cost 300 gems each. Now, what you do with these seeds is you're going to take these seeds to special shops on the map, and they're going to unlock additional health points and additional stamina points. Stamina points are what you use to do your special moves, which you get from defeating various enemies, various bosses in the game. Now, this is where the game kind of falters a bit, because not all special moves are built the same. There are several that you're probably never really going to use. Throughout the game, I relied mainly on the main attack, which was the baseball bat swing, the ribbon, allowing me to jump up to higher platforms, the forward dash attack, which you get from the first boss of the first actual level, not the prologue level. And other than that, the other special moves are really just for show. Some of them are used for puzzle solving, but beyond that, beyond the couple of actual needed spots where you have to use them to solve a puzzle or get past an obstacle, a lot of the special moves just not needed. Sort of a waste, if you ask me. Now, the game does a bad job of explaining the potions that do enhance your stamina and power, your health. Initially, I thought they were just potions that you buy and that they would refill your health, but actually no. When you go to the potion shops, it's going to cost you 3 of either red seeds or green, or a combination of any number of red plus gold or green plus gold, and this will get you a potion that either adds an extra health point or an extra stamina point. Now, there are a limited number of seeds in the game, so you can either max out your health or your stamina, but not both. Or you can go ahead and try to make them even. In my opinion, health is a lot more important. Now, there are a lot of checkpoints in this game, and they do refill both your health and stamina, so don't worry about running low on either one of those during the actual course of the stage, because you're going to get checkpoints and they're going to refill everything for you. There's also a hidden cassette in each level, and that unlocks the music for the level and the music player at the Groovy House. Additionally, there are some hidden chests, some hidden health power-ups. So if you're running low on health, some places they actually have some food that you're going to eat that'll add 1 or 2 points of health to your health bar. The bosses follow a pattern. Once you figure out the pattern, they're very easy to take down. Unfortunately for me, I didn't realize, like I said, about the potions, so I fought, I think, the first 6 bosses with just the standard 3 health points, and it was a pain in the butt. The story in the game is pretty basic. You and your high school friends, you're out playing superheroes when suddenly a supervillain, Lord Vicious, shows up, puts your friends under a brainwashing spell, takes them to a strange land. You follow after them to rescue them. You meet a talking bird who wants to go against Lord Vicious, and he helps you understand what's going on in the land. The bird will provide you some hints during various points of the game. And after that, you're just off to the races. You're just going out there, beating pig enemies, trying to defeat all 12 levels, plus the 3 special levels. The 3 special levels, very important, although they're bonus levels, not required to beat the game. Each one unlocks an ingredient for the bartender to allow him to make special drinks. Once you unlock this option, vending machines will show up during the levels, allowing you to buy these drinks. One refills 3 health plus 3 stamina points. One does 5 points of damage on anything on the screen. And the last one, as soon as you die, it'll refill your health for 5 health points. So almost a get out of jail free card. Now, although there's a lot of platforming, there is not instant death from falling down a hole. You'll simply lose 1 health point and be teleported back to a platform that you were previously on. So that is good. It is helps you out. However, the platforming later in the game gets so tight that this is going to not really help you, because you're going to be falling, you're going to be hitting electrical beams. It's going to be pretty chaotic and pretty difficult. Do not let the early stages fool you, because the game does get really hard towards the end. Additionally, there is a broken mechanic in the game that I have yet to mention, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it now. You see, one of the enemies is a swimmer. She's a swimmer from the swim team, and when you defeat her, she unlocks the bubble shield. Now, the bubble shield allows you to get extra breath when you're in the underwater sections, but also makes you impervious to all damage for around 2 to 2.5 seconds. Now, this doesn't seem like a lot, but when you factor in the fact that there is not a lot of iframes for your boss enemies, hitting this shield, going in there and whacking the bosses as fast as you can and just repeating it for as much stamina as you have, this can really make the bosses a walk in the park. You don't even have to worry about patterns, because you're not getting any damage and you're causing a lot of damage to them. Add in the 5 damage 50 gem drink, and you could pretty much kill almost any boss real quick. And the bubble shield is not just great for bosses, but it also helps in those really tricky platforming sections, because like I said, you're trying to avoid electricity, you're trying to avoid various obstacles. You put that bubble shield on and you don't have to worry about it. You can just walk right through it. You can walk through spikes, you can walk through electricity, you can walk through various lava and other hazards. It is pretty broken. With that said, the game is really fun. I enjoyed my time with it. There is a speed run and a speed run plus option in case you want to see how fast you can beat the game, or how fast you can beat the game fully loaded. For the price, for the way it looks, for the way it sounds, I would definitely recommend this game. It is great. If you're into old school platformers, this can be right up your alley. If you're not into these type of games, I would still give it a try, because like I said, for the price, for what it delivers, it's a really good game. But that's all I gotta say about that. You know how we do it here. Love, peace, booty grease. I'm out this bitch.